Hi everyone, my name is Jess, and if it's your first time here on our Mandos in Malaysia channel, we are a travel content platform that focuses primarily on uncovering hidden gems in Malaysia. So if you like travel, outdoors, places that people usually won't put on their top bucket list, especially in Malaysia, you should probably hit that subscribe button right now. Over the last 3 days, we've been exploring a really beautiful small town called Lenggong. It's in the state of Perak, and I think we really struck gold finding this person to actually bring us around and tell us a little bit more about Lenggong. He has spent over 30 years in the hospitality and tourism industry, and he chose to forego the greener pastures outdoors to actually create the greener pastures for locals here in Lenggong. So everyone, please say hello to Nash!
Hello everybody.
So,
thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming, having us here at your place and showing us around your beautiful hometown for the last 3 days. Maybe you want to give us a little introduction about yourself and your place?
Sure, thank you so much. Hi, hello everyone. So a big thanks to Mandos, Malaysia, for choosing to get to know Lenggong better. Because my name is Nash, and I'm the proprietor of Rumah Tiang 16, so you can maybe just go and look for Rumah Tiang 16 on the website. And we have been, I would say, awarded the best cultural experience in 2024 by Perak Tourism. And I'm very happy that Mandos actually came to Malaysia, to Lenggong, because they're actually supporting what I actually am doing here. I'm pioneering what we call the community-based tourism and still championing it, where we will actually working with the locals to showcase whatever that people take for granted as a lifestyle, the daily lifestyle, to turn that into something unique experience. Essentially, the locals are just simply live their life, but in turn they get rewarded with income.
When they get to share their lifestyles with us, right?
Exactly.
So over the last 3 days, we've also been, kind of collate all these stories out from Nash. They're really interesting. Some of them are undocumented, so we're going to try and document some of them in our interview today as well. If it's your first time hearing about Lenggong, you probably wouldn't know this, but it has not one, but 2 UNESCO recognitions. So the first one was actually awarded in 2012 for the World Heritage Site. This was when they found the Perak Man discovery, and most recently in 2026, we've been actually awarded for our Global Geoparks. For Nash, someone who was born here, raised here, came back, is there any sort of significance that these 2 UNESCO recognitions mean for you personally, or even for the community?
Well, it is very much actually emphasized how important Lenggong is, in the global front, especially because as a World Heritage Site, we are the missing link, I would say, or we're actually fitting into what the civilization of the world, evolved into. So apparently, this has been one of the oldest known inhabited area outside of Africa, one of the oldest outside of Africa. So a World Heritage Site recognition is, I would say, the paramount of the evolution of mankind. Whereas the second recognition by UNESCO given to us as a global UNESCO Geopark for Lenggong context will always be about the formation of the landscape, which currently the theme for the Lenggong Geopark, it is said as the Lenggong Geopark where the earth and human history intertwined.
Wow,
so it is actually absolute because to support us, the civilization, the landscape have to evolve first. They become a fertile soil and a place where people can make stone tools. People can actually cultivate things on the land. Because if it were a barren land, then life will not prosper.
Yep. So here in Lenggong, you have your own homestay which you host guests from all around the world. Any idea like roughly how many guests you've hosted so far, like an estimate?
Well, I think that's way more than 1,000 guests
More than
already,
1,000
because
guests.
we started in 2017. No, 2019.
2019,
May 2019 up to March 2020. We already recorded about 250 guests.
Wow.
Yeah, during that short span of
before
like
COVID,
10,
right?
yeah, 10 months. And out of those, we have hosted like 25, foreign nationalities. And and then everybody knew that COVID came about. And we resumed, I would say, after 2021. I proudly have my guests from foreign land to actually, jot down something in the guest book, in their own mother tongue. So you get to see, flags, flying there in the pages of that comment book. So this is something that I take pride of, because as mentioned, we're actually championing the community-based tourism, and I'm actually having my local community to actually showcase their daily lifestyle. So something that I try to get my community to understand is whatever that we think ordinary is the visitors extraordinary.
Yeah, especially for like city kids like us who
Exactly,
really don't get
exactly,
to live out
exactly.
this like every day.
Exactly. Yes, that's very true, because even the city-dwelling Malaysians, they don't have any clue
Yeah.
of what things are.
You're right,
okay,
you're right.
let alone people from different culture that travel all the way thousands of miles away from the four corners of the earth to come to Malaysia to see us. So this is more, I would say, important that the community realize that they just have to keep their heritage. I mean, continue living traditionally, just the way they do every day, and people are here to experience that. The true MH, the Malaysian Hospitality,
Malaysian Hospitality.
are here,
Yes.
in the rurals of Malaysia. So,
I have to agree with that because we've met like quite a number of locals here in Lenggong. We've eaten at so many like makcik's house and tasted all the different kind of pekasangs, right? And all of them have greeted us with such hospitality. Like, do you have any like stories from maybe one of them that you can highlight on maybe how this community-based tourism actually helped their livelihood or I don't know.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you have experienced things like, taking the boat ride. So if I can recall, the first thing that we did was, I just approached the boatman, and then he had no boat. I mean, he just had his fishing boat. Yeah, so I said, why not taking the guests, for a ride on the lake? And he was very skeptical at that point in time, because the boat was like so small. Once you sit in it, you can't even stand up. So these are the things, because they have something, but they did not see
the potential
the potential
in it, right?
of it, and then or maybe they did not know the way how to do that. I fully understand this because I come from a hospitality background.
Yes.
And this was the way also how I would love to travel, to explore new culture, new places. So you have to really interact and then linger with the locals, because this will give you the true essence, the true meaning of traveling. You are not a tourist, you're a traveler.
Yes.
Traveler of the world.
Love that. So if you didn't know, our style here at Mandos in Malaysia is usually when we want to go somewhere, we will do a lot of research on places that we want to go. We've actually never been with a tour guide before, so this was pretty new for us. And over the last 3 days, I think personally my favorite experience was the cave. But I'm just curious, right? Like, because obviously you went to see the world working in the hotel and tourism industry for over 30 years. Then you came back, so you might not really be familiar with everyone here. How do you sort of like find these people to work on this community-based tourism and therefore hence curate the whole experience for your guests here?
I think it was pure luck, because of course when I just to track back a little bit, because I left Lenggong when I was like 12. So what would a 12 years old know much about, the place and the culture, things like that. So having coming back to Lenggong in 2017, then it was a quest for me to also to rediscover my place of birth. So I started to go around and then look for things, and then of course I heard about people were still making like traditional crafts, like weaving the thatch roof. So that was where I found this very skillful lady, but unfortunately she passed a few months back. But she has left her legacy now. Okay, together with her neighbor, I created sort of like a cultural experience as a dining experience, experiential lunch we call it, and I think it was how I got lucky, because I have all these very fabulous ideas about showcasing, the local lifestyle. But then, if you were to just, bump into people who were not able, or who were not willing to just, participate, then it just like left. It will not take flight. You see. So I found my community who, despite their very, I would say, reserved, they know about keeping their life very close, keeping to themselves. They're willing to give it a try. These are the things that many, even younger Malaysians, and maybe even now, even the local folks, they are no longer grating coconuts, because they can just go and buy from the shop.
Yeah.
So people are opting for convenience over preserving heritage, where we are losing things. So it's a race against time, and I think what we are doing now is to simply highlight the true culture, and then let people live that again. Of course, they will say that no, they are working for me, but then I said no, I have to correct them and say that no, you're working with. We are working together. I'm working with you.
Mak Anis kelulut and her krepek was
killer.
amazing. It was killer.
Killer.
We have like a whole boot full of her snacks.
Thank you for supporting the local. Of course, this is actually one of the way that how we would like them to see that whenever they have like a captive audience, a captive guest, that they can also, of course, without no obligation, guests can at their own free will to purchase, maybe for them to support. This is the way for them to support. So if you feel like the crepe is nice and good, you enjoyed it on your couch, watching your favorite drama or something, by all means, purchase it, and then you
supporting them. Out of all the different itineraries and places you brought us to over the last 3 days, right? Are there any like 1 or 2 places that you feel were the highlight, or like, oh, you can only do this or find this in Lenggong and kind of nowhere else? It's special here.
Definitely. These 2 places, they win hands down. I would say first is Bukit Buno.
Bukit Buno, okay.
The site of the meteorite impact some 101.83 million years ago. That the impact created the 8-kilometer diameter of crater, and it created a very rare kind of like metamorphic rocks we call the sulfide rocks. Where you cannot find that anywhere else, in Asia. It's only here. And just for the record, that according to the experts, there are about 800 over meteorite impact sites around the world. Malaysia alone, we have 2 impact sites. One in Langkawi and one here in Lenggong. So the one in Langkawi did not result in that rare sulfide rock.
I see.
And out of that over 800 over impact sites around the world, only 27 sites that resulted in the sulfide rocks. And then Lenggong is one of them. And the other highlight would be, of course, Bukit Sapi. Bukit Sapi. In fact, Bukit Sapi has a place where we call the wall. I fondly call it as the wall of ash.
The wall
of volcanic ash. So this volcanic ash, was deposited here some 74,000 years ago when Toba super volcano erupted. During its 4th eruption, Toba has erupted like 4 times in its lifetime. So the fourth eruption that happened closest to our time now, that was like 74,000 years ago, was the biggest. And it hurled the plume of ash 80 kilometers into the sky, essentially covered the sunlight, plummeted the temperature of Earth in Southeast Asia, and that rendered us to have an instant winter. And then also that rendered Southeast Asia was void of any oxygen because there was no light coming down for the vegetation to process photosynthesis. So that was a major extinction within this area. And the deposited ash in Lenggong was measured between like 10 to 13 meters high, which was recorded as the thickest outside of the Toba caldera itself. And while Lenggong received that kind of massive deposition, it is due to our proximity to Toba, which is about 300 kilometers to our west. Okay, and also the geographical layout of Lenggong being in a valley, so we have that. And then
you mentioned the Suvite rocks they might not be open like for people to walk freely for very long anymore, is it?
Based on the site visit yesterday, the one that we went, I have not taken my guests all the way to the sites because when they open up the Geopark Gallery, Lenggong Geopark Gallery in 2024, March 2024, they have brought the specimen into the gallery. So and also it was at that time you will only be driving on dirt plantation road.
So it wasn't like parked nicely like yesterday.
No, yesterday was a
was a smooth
breeze.
ride.
It was a breeze, and it's a nice one now. And what I gather from some information from the people involving in this work, they said that there are going to be fence that the people will not be allowed to walk among the rocks already.
Properly,
exactly, because if you were to take this into really it's a consideration, this is
super special.
Super special. These are all national assets.
Yeah.
And it has to be protected and then leave it as how it is at the site.
You've met so many people. What would you say is like their biggest feedback or takeaway after experiencing Lenggong?
In the context of Malaysians, most of them now left Lenggong prouder Malaysians. So which is music to my ears, because having known that the asset that we have here, the national asset that we have here, the shared asset that we have here is a national pride and can only be found here in Lenggong. So they emerge prouder, of their homeland. As for our foreign visitors, most of them, they have I would say, taking off the bucket list done, because most of them are, either archaeology enthusiasts, or they are UNESCO sites hunters.
Oh,
yeah, they actually have stamping
so
all these UNESCO sites. Okay, so they have that ticked, and they are getting quite, I would say, tired of this very classic destinations land that is
very
so
popular.
very popular.
You might find it on Instagram
so
everywhere.
Yeah, they don't get to experience the true colors of Malaysian hospitality. So they would prefer to go to the off-beaten track kind of area.
Which is exactly what Lenggong is.
Exactly. Lenggong is so special. It has to be on a guided tour for you to really appreciate what Lenggong is. Because if you were just to go to the cave,
I feel like we wouldn't have had all the fun facts and the history lessons that you've given us as well.
So it has to be an edutourism. Yeah, meaning that and Lenggong, if I may emphasize here, that we have 19 qualified and certified what we call the Geo guides. Okay, this is the equivalent of your city guides or the nature guide. We are certified, we are trained, and the guides, they know exactly, if they are going to go to the caves and can tell, okay, this caves actually, started to form by erosion of the limestone, which was created somewhere deep in the ocean 420 million years ago. So
Just out of curiosity, is there a school to go to get all these certifications, or like how? Or are you gonna take a test?
yes, like for us, it was actually initiated by the Malaysians JMG. JMG stands for Jabatan Mineral and Science. So it's actually the Mineral and Geoscience Department
I see.
of Malaysia who initiated this. Is actually the real backbone of Lenggong Geopark as well, because these are the experts to be doing a lot of research. And they are also putting things together, working together with MOTAC, Ministry of Tourism of Malaysia, to have this course so that local folks can be trained to become geo guide, and in return that will also sustain their livelihood. Coming from the local themselves, I would say that would be an added value for guests to engage a local guide to do the guiding all over Lenggong, because they don't get only to have the scientific facts, but they also get the
cultural
relevance,
things like
the
that.
essence, the legends, things like that. Okay.
For Nash, why don't you just do like 3 rapid fire reasons why you gotta come to Lenggong like ASAP?
Okay, so you come face to face to the oldest rock of the Peninsula Malaysia here in Lenggong, okay, and you get to touch something that happened almost 2 million years ago, okay, very rare sulfide rocks, and you get to have all the best food, the Patani food here in Lenggong, freshly cooked for you, fresh from the garden, straight to the fork, straight to your plate.
Amazing! Thank you so much, Nash. Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
Rumah
Thank
Tiang
you so much.
16.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.